Welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to cover a funny pawn sacrifice that gets you an instant attack in chess, and it's a theme that you can use in kingside attacks and queenside attacks. That sacrifice is g4, or if you're attacking on the queen side, b4 in different positions. As always, we're going to cover the sacrifice in a bit more detail with a few examples, so stay tuned. Like and subscribe for more of this kind of content so you can improve your chess. So let's get into it. How do we get to this position in the first place? Well, for anyone who might have noticed, it is a Slav defense, semi-Slav, and after e3, knight d7, queen c2, bishop d6. This is one of the main lines, and play can continue either e4 or bishop d3. But there's another line which is simply playing g4, going for the attack instantly. Now, black obviously can castle here, but it doesn't really make sense because white's really signaled that he is going to go for that pawn storm on the king side. So the only couple of options black really has are h6, which just creates a bit of a hook pawn that white can target essentially and just play h4, rook g1, etc. But the point of this g4 sacrifice is if black takes, which is a lot of the time it's forced, the rook comes and attacks the knight with tempo. Now if the knight simply drops back, the rook takes on g7 and the rook is dominating an open file instantly. Another way is if black defends it with f5, you obviously kick the knight away and you get to a very similar position like this. The other option in this particular case is black takes a second pawn, and once these knights are traded, we get to this position where white is essentially threatening to take with the rook because the queen is supporting the attack there as well. So black might play something like h5, and here white will just continue developing either bishop to d2 or maybe even e4 or bishop to d3 and followed by castling, just essentially taking advantage of the fact that the pieces just have a lot more activity and play continues. It's a pretty balanced position, but it's a very interesting way of showing you how even in a position like this, which seems pretty standard, pretty balanced, something like g4 can be played. So now let's take a look at a position where black has already castled. In this case, it's a queenside castle versus kingside castle, so each side is going to be, it's all about speed. Each side is trying to get to the other king as quickly as they can. So let's say black plays b5 in this position. White doesn't have to spend time playing h3 or rook g1. They can play g4 instantly. And now, again, white is just saying, I'm not going to waste the move playing h4. There's no point. So I'm going to threaten g5 on my very next move, ripping open your king side. And if black takes this way, we get a very similar situation, and probably even worse now because white just comes in. The attack starts crashing through after something like h4, or even in this case, if anyone spotted it, bishop sacrifice here. White's coming in straight away. That's how quickly a sacrifice like g4 can rip open the opponent's position. Obviously, black did not defend well in this case, but just to illustrate the point, how quickly the position can fall apart. Here's another example. This is where black has castled queenside and white's castled kingside. The same principle applies. So black, if it was black's move, black could actually consider playing g4 in this position in the same fashion, but it's white's move, and white decides to play b4. And white's plan is to play b5 and start ripping open the queen side. So black again, we're trying to show you that taking is fine for white as well. So here the rook takes, rook moves to b1 onto the open file, and then the second rook comes here. And so for the cost of a pawn, white has two very nice files for his rooks, and black has still not made any progress on his attack. And here, let's say black wants to get that king out of the way into that a8 corner. How can white continue? Just to illustrate the point, a4, here, a5, and now if the queen takes that second sacrifice, that rook will probably slide over, and then there really isn't anywhere for that king to hide because all lines will be open, so black does not want to allow that. Let's say black tries to activate his pieces, and after something like this, we can even play knight to b5. Right, so that pawn's pinned because the queen's hanging because of the rook, and the rook is threatening that pawn, so the queen has to drop to c8, and probably after something like e4, knight drops back, bishop f4. You can kind of see how white's really starting to cut off all the squares around the king. The pieces are very active. Knight c7 is being threatened, so after knight e8, white could even just play something like d5, ripping open the position even further. And this is just one way just to show you how effective it is to play a move like b4 or g4 in your games. It really can change the game for you. So just keep an eye out for those moves, because either your opponent will have a chance to play it, so you want to be prepared for it, or you're going to have the chance to play it, so you want to play it and crush your opponents. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe to subscribe for more content like this. It helps me make more videos for you guys, seeing that you guys enjoy the content and find it useful. So yeah, drop a comment in the comment section to say hi, if anything else, if nothing else. So see you in the next video. Peace out.